What better time to get the inside track on many of the hiking hotspots our Fair Isle has to offer? And here to tell us more, hiking pros Ellie Berry and Carl Lang. Good morning to you both. Ellie, that's pretty exciting news. #1 in Europe.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing, to be honest. But I guess Ireland really has two things really going for it. So we're quite a small place, but we have such variety. Like if you head out from Dublin, go to Connemara in a day, head up to Donegal. Like we've got so much here, and it's all really accessible. And
it's incredible. Like Ireland got 87% success rating on this survey. I mean, and I've seen a huge uptake in this, particularly in lockdown. All my friends have been out getting hiking boots. They're posting pictures all over Instagram. It's a real thing to do.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's actually we started hiking in Ireland because we went abroad, and people would tell us that Ireland was the place that they loved most for hiking. So we thought, oh, really? And so we came here, we came back here, I should say, and started hiking here.
So you started off Tough Souls, this project, to try and, walk all these different...
So in Ireland, there's 42 national waymarked trails.
Okay.
So you might have heard of the Wicklow Way, or the Kerry Way, or the Dingle Way. So that's one of 42 trails.
Yeah.
Right. And so you're going to walk all of them?
We have walked all of them, yeah.
How far?
4,000 kilometres.
Is it?
Yeah.
So in the 42, that's pretty much around 4,000 kilometres.
Pretty much. Yeah. Give or take a couple.
I was looking this up. So to put that into scale, the circumference of Ireland is 3,100 kilometres. So you pretty much walked one and a bit round Ireland. That's phenomenal.
That's pretty cool to know.
And have you noticed a lot of people getting involved on the Instagram and messaging about it and sending through their pictures?
Yeah, especially in the last year.
Yeah, no, definitely. And it's been really great because when we started walking it, quite a few of these trails, like, we'd never heard of them, or you'd meet a farmer on the way and he'd never seen anybody walking the trail before. And so we decided that we wanted to try and make as much material as possible so that anybody else could go and hike these trails as well. So we have a blog post and free maps and such. And
you've put up maps and stuff as well?
Online. Yeah, so we've had great responses from people who are saying they want to go out and do different trails and asking us questions. And
so people even coming from abroad who want to come and do a bit of hiking now that they've seen this, that Ireland's the #1 in Europe, they can go on to
Tough Souls.
Tough Souls, and get given a map and follow the route.
Yeah, 100%.
Right. Well, let's get started then. #1, where's your favourite, Carl?
For me, it's the Miners Way and Historical Trail in Roscommon.
Oh, that's Roscommon. Well, let's start off with the first one I have down here. The Barrow Way in County Carlow.
Yeah, so indeed. So the great thing about Ireland's trails is that you really don't have to do all of the trail, right? So the Barrow Way goes along the Barrow River. It's quite a long distance trail. But the section we'd really like to talk about today is between Graiguenamanagh and St Mullins, which is only a couple of kilometres, and there are some incredible, like, Graiguenamanagh is a lovely place.
Beautiful,
full of nature, Carlow is brilliant, Kilkenny is brilliant. And St Mullins has, a really nice pub, ancient church, a lot of really nice stuff like that. So absolutely.
And is it nice? Would this be quite an easy walk?
Really approachable trail. So if you're looking to kind of bring the kids out, or kind of gentle stroll, it's a grassy towpath the whole way. So.
Okay, so I could even probably take the pram.
Probably, if you've a outdoor buggy.
Okay. Okay. Well, they can bounce about a bit as well. Get into the country feel. Okay, let's move on to the County Kilkenny, the Nore Valley Way.
Oh yeah, the Nore Valley Way is absolutely gorgeous. So it goes from Thomastown to Inistioge. It's about 11 kilometres, so maybe 3 hours of walking. Now, so this are kind of your more rustic trails along the riverbank. So it's still very approachable for most people, but you wouldn't be bringing the buggy on this one.
Okay.
But absolutely gorgeous. Both villages at either end have lovely little shops and pubs. So it's a great area to kind of finish a walk.
So how long would you say this would take? Did you say around 3 hours?
I think about 3 hours to walk from one to the other. Yeah.
Okay, very good. Okay, let's move on to the next one, the Baylock Hike in County Tipperary.
Yeah, so this one is a bit of a step up. It's quite a bit more strenuous as the first couple of hikes we're talking about go. But yeah, so you start in Clogheen and you just walk straight up a mountain for about 2 or 3 hours, and you get up to Baylock, which is a gorgeous, gorgeous lake in the middle, like right on the V.
Yeah, it's definitely a really kind of hidden gem. You don't see the lake until you get right up there, and then from there you've got the most amazing views. You can see the Galtee Mountains, and it's really, really beautiful. And about 3K walk up from the village of Clogheen.
And could I go up in just a set of runners, or would you be encouraging people to get proper hiking boots?
I think for this one you would need some kind of more stable footwear, so some good hiking boots or trail shoes, yeah, because this one's quite rocky.
And in terms of backpack and stuff as well?
Maybe bring some like water and snacks. You wouldn't need to go too crazy, but be prepared to take your time.
Right, now we move on to your favourite, the Miners.
Yeah, the Miners Wain Historical Trail in County Roscommon. It's a much bigger trail. We're going like a big step in distance here. It's 127 kilometres.
127 kilometres?
Indeed, yeah, but you don't have to do all of it, because you can just go to Lough Forest Park and have a great day out there with your whole family. And there's like, the whole trail is fantastic. There's loads of great sections on there. Yeah, really, really worth checking out. Lots of variety, so there's Carrowkeel here. And one of the sections we'd really like to highlight is Ban Afad to Carrowkeel. It's a brilliant, brilliant walk. It only a couple of hours. You get up there, up on the mountains. Fantastic.
I mean, that looks like you're just walking through a field.
Well, you know, walking through fields, that's a big part of walking.
Parts of it, yeah.
So it's not all through forests and up hills and mountains and stuff. It is just a case of...
Yeah, there's a mix, definitely.
Yeah.
Okay.
And which is why, so like in the Forest Park on the Miners Way, you can bring your dog there. But let's say for other sections, we wouldn't recommend it because there's farmland.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Yeah. So is that kind of, you need to basically do your research first whether dogs are allowed?
Yeah, definitely. Absolutely. If there's farmland in general, it's a no, because just too risky with farm animals.
Okay, well, let's move on to a popular one, the Wicklow Way in County Wicklow. This seems to be on everyone's Instagram at the minute.
Yeah, this is one of Ireland's most iconic trails.
Yeah.
It's absolutely amazing. It's about 130 kilometres long, from Clonegall on the kind of Carlow border all the way up to Marley Park. So this brings you through Glendalough. It's a really, really amazing trail. And what's great about this is you can do it like we did with massive backpacks carrying our whole lives with us.
Yeah.
Or there are definitely accommodation options that would drop you to and from different points of the trail. So if you wanted to go out for a day of hiking, they can drop you out at a point, and you'd only need to bring a day bag that has a rain jacket and your food and your water, and then they could collect you at the end, so that you can kind of see the best parts.
You need to be careful up these mountains and these walks, because wasn't there a lady died quite recently with the fog coming down, the clouds coming down? So you have to be very careful. It's not just a case of just setting off and not being prepared.
No, you definitely need to kind of look into what you're doing. Especially our first couple of trails that you mentioned were very approachable for everybody. But when you get to this level, you definitely need to kind of work your way up to it.
And the next one then, the Barrow Way in County Cork and Kerry, that would be a bit more advanced as well.
Yeah, that's a big step up even from the Wicklow Way.
Really?
The Barrow Way is a proper capital H hike. Like you're gonna, if you go unprepared, you're gonna have a hard time. And you're gonna have a hard time anyway, but especially if you go unprepared. But it's an absolutely incredible trail. The landscape is just wonderful down there. Very remote, probably the most like hardcore hiking that you can get in Ireland.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Carl, thank you very much for that. That one looks a bit of fun, actually. Looking forward to giving it a go. Thanks very much. Karen, maybe you might give it a go as well. You can check out the details on topsouls.ie.